Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen, and I believe in dragons. And I'm a dragon witch, and I live in the Belgian forests. And I love to be here, every second of it. And I forgot to mention something in my video about beginning witches, beginning dragon witches. I forgot to mention something that actually a lot of people seem to forget. People who want to begin on the witch's path, the dragon witch's path, and ask how they begin. How do you begin on the dragon's witch's path? Actually, on the dragon's path in general. How do you begin? First of all, you don't begin the dragon's path. You are born into it. You are born with the love of the dragon. You always loved the dragon. Maybe you suppressed it like me, like I did, but eventually you have to give in to the love and connection that you feel to the dragon, for the dragon. It's also the feeling that the dragon feels for you, and that is always a telepathic connection that you have. And what you actually shouldn't forget on the dragon's path, what is the reason why you go on the dragon's path? What is your purpose? What do you want from the dragon and the path that you are taking? What do you want from this? There is only actually one reason, one actually good reason that you should ask yourself. Why do you follow the dragon? Why do you follow it? Why do I follow it? I shall give you an explanation why I follow the dragon and why I follow the path. Because I couldn't do otherwise. I didn't had any choice. It was given to me since my birth, and since my 18th birthday the dragon touches me, and that was the reason why I go on the dragon's path, or why I even took the side of the witch. So I can manipulate nature and I can do whatever I want to reach for the dragon. I want to learn. I want to be with the dragon. I want to open every gate for them. So in this forest alone, there are so many gates that I opened up for the dragon. This is a dragon forest. And I do this, my brothers and sisters. The only reason I do this is because I love them. I love my dragon very, very much. And I love your dragon also. And that is why I do this. There is no other reason behind this. And the reason why I become a witch is to manipulate nature, because I want to reach out for them. If I only knew this before my 18th birthday. But I was suppressing my feelings. I didn't set it to myself that I wanted to go on the dragon's path because the dragon, oh no, that's silly. No, eventually I had to give in. I had to give in to my feelings. And that is actually what you should know and what you should do as beginning dragon witches on their path. Um, what should I do to begin? First of all, ask yourself why you want to begin it. Why you want to start on the dragon's path. The dragon's path, like I said, it's not something that you start. It's from the beginning. It's from your birth. Whenever you were born, normally, according to my experiences, dragons were there when you were born, because they felt at the time and place when one of their circle, their members of the circle, was going to be born on this side of the veil, and the dragon was there. The dragons, maybe so. The dragon god was there. The dragon guardian was there, and so you were born. But you didn't know that much about this. So maybe you saw them as in the beginning of your life. Maybe you saw them. Maybe you felt them, maybe, and that is what you are born with. You are born with this gift of the dragon circle. You have certain, or maybe one, or maybe several dragons by your side, and yeah, they will always be with you, even if you didn't feel them for a long, long time as a child, maybe, or maybe as an adult, that you finally now know that you are on the dragon's path. And this is now a revelation for you to know that you are on the dragon's path and that dragons exist and that you are in fact on their path. And that is a revelation. I know it was a revelation for me as well. But no one had to tell me to go on the dragon's path. That is a big difference with religions now. They ask you to go on religion or else. Um, this is not the fact this is not the case with the dragon. The dragon is something that you were born with, and it's like a part of your body that you carry on with you all your life. The reason why it faded away when you were growing up and that you didn't know is because, yeah, you seem to forget about it. Also, the dragon is behind 5 gates. 5 gates, that's a lot. And these 5 gates are protected by nature itself. But it's because of the manipulation of nature. There's a dragon witch that you can manipulate these gates and that you can travel through these gates and that you can open them up so that your dragon can come to you once more. That is the only reason why you are a dragon witch, because you are willing to open up the gates and also to manipulate nature itself and all the energies that they have. Because the dragon, all of the dragon magic and dragon energy is always based upon nature. That is the reason why the dragon's legacy, how do we still know the dragon in general? It's because they are carriers of magic, so carriers also of the elements. The most well-known element is, of course, is fire, but it's in fact all four of them. Uh, Also, something that you can do on the dragon's path if you are beginning to be a dragon witch is to determine which element is the strongest one with you. Um, where are you attracted to? For me, example, I'm attracted to the forest, and so I try to manipulate the forest here, so I can open a lot of gates here. So I could be with the dragon here always. So I found out it was Earth, and that is actually Tiamat's realm. Um, so in fact, yeah, like I said, the only reason why you go on the dragon's path is your desire for the dragon. You want to be with them, and whenever they are touching you, your awakening, everything even became more stronger. So when you have your awakening, then you can go further on, and you can of course uh, test yourself. You can experiment everything because there is so much to experiment with. You have so much that you can do. New abilities that is opened up when the dragon touches you. You have the same energy as them inside of you, so you can manipulate them. You can manipulate. I mean, nature itself. Can you manipulate something physical? Sometimes. Most of the time, it happens because you have these emotions inside of you. Dragons are. I didn't know that back then, but dragons are also, when they have these emotions, they can emit magic, and this magic is a manipulation of nature. They can also do that with our minds. We can also do that with them, even because we are so connected. We can do it with each other, and so yeah. Like I said, rule number one on the dragon's path. Rule number one: why do you go on the dragon's path? Why do you want this? There is only one reason for that, and only one reason only. That is that you want them, that you want to be with them, and that is because out of friendship and out of maybe family, that yet you can feel them as a family, or maybe that you can feel them as a lover. And this emotion, this strong desire for them, is causing you to go on this path from the beginning of your life. And maybe in later on in your life, you can have a trigger that opens the last gate for the dragon, because most of the time the dragon is stuck behind a last gate, and there are 5 gates to go through, and because they cannot go through this 5 gate, the fifth gate to go to you is because you don't give them energy anymore. And you once this trigger is happening, you give them energy of you so that they can come to you the last moment, and then the only thing they do is to touch you, and everything opens up again, and maybe you will remember much more than you ever thought. So yeah, why going on the dragon's path? It's actually a very easy question. Why going on the dragon's path? Why do you love the dragon that much? And yet I cannot explain this in words. Why do I love them so much? And yet it's something that you feel inside of you. It's this connection that you have with the dragon. This is the desire. The first thing that I said to my dragon when I saw my dragon, I didn't say dragon. I knew it was a dragon, but I didn't say dragon. I said goddess. I said goddess. I fell on my knees and I worshipped her. It was it was the most beautiful thing ever. I cannot explain it otherwise. To me, every dragon is a god. And even though a lot of people say that I am exaggerating, or this is not the case because in the books it said that dragons are not like that. I know that, my brothers and sisters. I know that it's not in the books that dragons are gods. But how I experience the dragon is how I experience a god is. As they are one with nature. Nature made us. And the dragon gods itself are dragons. Why are they dragons? Why are they under the embodiment of the dragon? I mean, in the old times, in the ancient times, they always saw the embodiments of nature as a dragon. And now, when I first saw my dragon, I fell on my knees because of the purity of my dragon. And that is the only reason why I go on the dragon's path, because of this connection. And that is the only reason why I became a dragon witch. And that is also the only reason why I opened a lot of gates everywhere. Also in this forest, also everywhere that I've been through, that I felt good, that I felt my dragons, that I felt that the dragon can be safe. Because if I feel that the dragon is not safe, I will not open a gate. Because I know how humans look at them, where there are a lot of people, and I want the dragon to feel good, and I want to meet them in a place that I also feel good. And this is actually it. Uh, so yeah, rule number one on the dragon's path. Why do you do this? Because of this connection that you cannot explain. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.